Hey everybody, Alex from Corso Systems here. Some of the most popular of our Ignition Legacy SCADA conversions are from Wonderware to Ignition. This might be Wonderware InTouch or Wonderware System Platform to Ignition. Or if you're new to the Wonderware world, it may be called Aviva InTouch or Aviva System Platform, but it's the same underlying technology, even though the owner has changed. Now, the first major difference between Wonderware and Ignition is the license structure. Ignition takes on a modular, unlimited licensing approach, meaning you buy modules for the functionality that you want in your system, whether that's the base Ignition system for PLC communication and database integration, alarm notifications to notify about alarm conditions, tag historian, MQTT, you want to get Twilio integrations, sequential function charts, any number of different modules are available in Ignition, and they each come with a cost that you know upfront for the life of the system. Of course, there's support on top of that. Renewal protection, but that's common among any software platform on the market. Wonderware, on the other hand, takes a much more piecemeal approach, as most of the legacy SCADA solutions do, to their licensing model, meaning you're paying for I/O count. So you're going to pay for however many tags you have in the system coming from your PLCs. You're going to pay per client. So every screen you have on the plant floor, you got to pay for different servers across the system. If you want to get web-based interfaces using their HTML export functionality, you got to pay for that. If you want historical data collection, tack that on as well. All of those come with per tag, per screen type licensing. So if you want to add something to your system down the road, you're going to have to call up, get some more licensing added to that, add to your annual support costs, compared to Ignition, where you can add as many clients or tags to the system as you want. So Ignition is the clear winner against any legacy SCADA system. The next major area where Ignition far and away exceeds every other SCADA platform on the market is development. And I'm not talking about the development environment only. Development in the sense that you get development included with Ignition. Every other SCADA solution on the market, you have to pay for a license for the development environment, including Wonderware. If you want to modify something on your system and you don't have a license for that, good luck. You're going to have to call an integrator and deal with them to get changes done to your system. You can't maintain anything without buying a development license. This goes for Window Maker, for InTouch, and for System Platform using the IDE. The other area where Ignition beats Wonderware is historical data collection. Like most legacy SCADA platforms, you're going to need to either use their flat file encrypted system that you can't easily get access to the data, or you're going to have to use a separate process historian. Now, there are reasons you may want to use a separate process historian on top of an Ignition system, and that's totally okay. For most users, using the built-in tag historian module is more than sufficient and gives you access to all of your data in any format that you could need it in without having to go in and write a lot of crazy queries and do a lot of data manipulation. You can use in built-in system functionality or go into the database yourself or write an API call with the web dev module and get access to all of your historical data. This also, along with the built-in development environment, saves you having to manage two different systems across your facility to deal with your SCADA system and your historical data collection. Ignition also takes a more modern approach to security by giving you access to identity providers. In Corso's case, we use Google for all of our accounts. So we have a Google identity provider configured on our Ignition development servers. This allows us to use our Google Workspace accounts for single sign-on to our Ignition development environment. If you're using Active Directory, that's built in. Or if you're using something like Okta or OpenID or any number of identity providers on the market, you can use those with Ignition built in. Since Wonderware is built on .NET, in Windows, it has Active Directory support, and you could presumably build your own .NET layer to interface with any identity provider, but it's not built in into the system. And that's only if you're using System Platform. If you're using standard InTouch, you're stuck with the InTouch user management, and you can't easily enable things like single sign-on or identity provider, so your users are going to have to deal with multiple accounts. Finally, going fully outside of the technical and functionality aspects of each system, Ignition support is far superior to Wonderware. You get support directly from Inductive Automation. You don't have to deal with your distributor, who's a middleman between you and now Aviva, who owns the software. You need to get escalated up 3 or 4 different levels to get access to Aviva tech support. And even then, you may not be able to influence development because it's a huge company that has long-term roadmaps, whereas Ignition, if you find a bug in the software that they haven't accounted for, they can generally release something in the next month with their release schedule for the past few years to fix any issues that pop up. And we've seen over the years many things that get fixed the next month from when we discovered a bug or when someone in the community did. You're also dealing with the developers of the software, not a distributor. And if you want to go buy additional licensing, you get to buy it directly from Inductive Automation. You know the price of what you're purchasing. If you're working with an integrator, you can figure out what the discount is based on the information on the Inductive Automation website, and you're allowed to buy from whoever you want to buy it from. You're not locked into whoever your regional distributor is, and good luck finding a better price somewhere else or finding out if even a better price is available, because it all goes through this distribution layer. I have always found it's easier to deal with the people that you're working with and buying from the vendors that you're using, and Inductive has made this the easiest of any SCADA platform on the market because you can buy directly from them, unlike any of the other models where it's a distributor in the middle. We have a couple of blog posts going through differences between Wonderware and Ignition on our website. We'll link those down below. We hope this was a helpful video. We think Ignition is the best modern SCADA platform on the market. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a wonderful day.